Hello, my chicklets. Thank you for stopping by. As some of you may have noticed from the community post, I recently quit my job, and until I find a new one, I'm going to be releasing 2 videos instead of the 1 weekly video that I normally do. Also, I think I'm going to start looking into doing other stories so that there's more of a variety on the channel. I, of course, am not going to stop telling the Sanderside stories because there are too many wonderful stories to tell, but that'll hopefully give other people more options. So, I do hope you guys enjoy the things that I'm going to be trying to bring to the channel, and I hope you enjoy today's story, Space Heater. It wasn't like Patton to be awake at this time of night. Normally, he would be safely tucked into his covers, dreaming about cookies and cakes, but tonight was different. Turning over, he could see the red tint of his alarm clock. It was 3:32 a.m., much too early for him to be getting up to start his day. He wanted to go back to sleep, curl up, close his eyes, and let the stress melt away. He knew that wasn't going to happen. Each time he closed his eyes, he could picture all of the sides laying on the floor, dead because he did something wrong. He wasn't the smartest side, and the others had been pointing out how listening too much to him could get Thomas hurt. He didn't want that. Slowly getting up to his feet, wrapping his blanket around him, Patton made his way towards the purveyor of bad dreams, Remus. There had been a time when Patton was scared of Remus and what he meant for Thomas, but slowly Patton had begun realizing that Remus was a side just like any of them. He was a part of Thomas and had his own strengths and weaknesses. He revealed things that were dark and sadistic, but he didn't seem to care how much he was listened to, as long as his ideas were heard. Patton smiled weakly as he got to Remus's door, not knocking, but instead sitting by it, curled up in his blanket. I don't want to bother him. Just being closer to Remus made him relax. He could almost convince himself that the nightmares were just Remus's what-if scenarios, nothing to be afraid of. He was the source of bad dreams, but maybe Patton found a little solace in the fact that the source of his bad dreams wasn't an inherent issue with him, but just the musings of another side. It was just Remus's own version of creativity overflowing. The thought that all of these nightmares were just Remus relaxed him, and he closed his eyes, leaning against the wall quickly. Patton wouldn't sleep long, just enough to get a little bit of rest, but he never actually got the chance to fall asleep as Remus's door flung open. There he was, the Duke of Chaos, standing in nothing at all, looking down at Patton. "Oh, good, a heat source!" His voice was loud, though still strained with sleep, and without asking for Patton's permission, he grabbed Patton and pulled him off the floor, dragging him over to the bed. Confusion crossed the moral trait's face as he was pushed into the bed and immediately hugged like a teddy bear. Remus? Shh. Heaters don't talk. Though, that's an idea. No, shh. Sleep, now. Patton couldn't help but nod, closing his eyes and smiling at Remus, gently petting his hair. How had he not seen it before? Remus was just a strange ball of chaos, not an actual threat. A yawn left Patton's lips as he slowly slipped into his dream, surprised when the nightmares didn't come. As Patton began to wake up, he felt something wet on his head, and he realized Remus was chewing on his hair. He couldn't help but smile and giggle a bit. What was Remus dreaming about? He probably didn't know, but he could imagine a few things. He really wasn't that bad, just like an overactive child or a puppy. Slowly, Patton began to pull away, but he found Remus's grip was too tight. He was supposed to be the dad of the group, and it was important that he loved all his kiddos. He should make Remus something special for breakfast. What was something he would like? Patton could think about that later. For now, he relaxed in the warm and comfortable embrace of Remus. Thank you all for listening. Again, this one was called Space Heater. I personally think this is one of my softer fics. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.